Today is the day we're gonna have this Tiger running. Now there is one big issue, and I was away last week on holiday and I've come back. Look what I found. A puddle of oil. So obviously this was the broken fork that we did replace. Now this is entirely my fault. While I was changing the fork, I should have changed the seals inside. But in my mind, I was just thinking, I know it was, not the correct thing to do, but in my mind, I thought, let's just get this bike back together, kind of keeping it all standard. And then the first video I was going to be doing was upgrading these front forks, because that's all I see in the forums, people saying about how soft it is and it's not very stiff. So yeah, so that was why I kind of done that. Now, obviously, there'll be a few people in the comments saying, I told you so, you should have changed the seals. And I know that, but yeah, you learn from your mistakes, I suppose. So I suppose the next video is going to be me upgrading the forks with some stiffer springs and full set of seals. So I need to order them ASAP, so I have them for next weekend. But yeah, basically what we can go ahead and do is put our expansion tank back on. We can get everything all bled back up. We can put a battery back in. Then we can go ahead. Our foot pedal has been bent in underneath the engine case, so we can change that. And the most important thing is, yeah, we can get this thing running. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to run like a dream and not run into any other issues or leaks or anything like that. So yeah, let's get this expansion tank all plumbed in and let's get cracking. Okay, so we've gone ahead, cleaned out our little expansion tank, and we can get that and put it in. So I've just had a look on the internet, and unfortunately the upgraded springs, I'm looking at 2 weeks before I get my hands on them. I can go ahead, order all the seals and O-rings and the bushes for the forks from Triumph. That's not the problem, but yeah, they're out of stock everywhere. So it's going to be a couple of weeks before I get this back on the road. I mean, of course, we're about to fire it up now. I'm going to take it off the stand, drop the battery in, and she's all good to go. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't get this out for a few weeks, which I'm gutted about. But on some other good news, I might have another bike out of the auction, and I might already have it here. So yeah, I think maybe next week you guys might find out what it is. Maybe drop us a comment what you think I might have picked up. I'll give you a clue. It's something small. So yeah, for now, let's get a battery in this and let's get this fired up. So now we can drop our battery in. Right, I actually need to go inside and get the key, and then it's going to kind of be the moment of truth. So now it's time to take this off the stand. It's been on it for so bloody long, I can't even remember how to do it anymore. So let's do the first thing and lower it down. See, the only problem is you can't put the kickstand down and you can't put the centre stand down because of the actual frames in its way. Right. So we are now making an absolute mess of this. I need to come round. Right, okay, I've got it now. So let's get this out of the way. So try not to scratch up the CBR behind. Put this on our centre stand. We've got a lovely homemade funnel. Now we can go ahead and pour a bit of petrol in. Oh, it's straight up the best smell in the world though. Right, let's get rid of that. Pop this down. This is now the moment of truth. It has water, it has oil, has a battery, has fuel. Let's go ahead and prime the pump. I mean, something didn't sound too healthy then. So we've got the petrol light on. We've got a bit of everything. Right, now I need to try work out the best way. Let's make sure this is in neutral, because I don't think it is. Turn the wheel. Right, let's see if it goes down again at all. Yeah, it does. Second. Ah, there we go. Now we're in neutral. I mean, I probably shouldn't trust it. Let's just find out. Let's go down into first. No, let's try spin the wheel again. Clutch in. Spin the wheel. See if we can get it into first now. Yeah, there we go. So that's first. Up. There's neutral, and there's our light. So that should be good enough. I need to set the camera up now, and basically, I just want to give it one turn. I just kind of want to prime everything up. I don't really want to fire it up, so let's just give it a little blip. No, it's got to be clutching. I have to set a camera up here somewhere. Let's give this a little prime then, and see if it all goes to plan. That sounds a bit weak, but let's see if it fires up now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! She's running. Probably going to gas myself out. Well, at least we know the main beam works. Give it a little rev. We've got an ABS light on, but that just needs moving. We've got the fuel light on. We know we've got hardly any fuel. Look at this. Oh, smell them emissions. So let's make sure we got no water leaks or anything. That feels like it's nice. Uh-oh. Runs nicely. It's a bit fumey. I might have to turn it off. I can barely breathe. I mean, to be fair, that fuel has been sat in that can for a little while. I think that was what I used for the lawnmower, so it's probably not exactly the freshest, the best fuels, but I mean, it runs, it's good. There's no horrible noises. Doesn't look like there's any obvious leaks now. I'm so chuffed it runs so smoothly as well. Such a shame that we're not going to get them fork springs for a few weeks. I was hoping to have this all buttoned up this weekend, and then the following weekend we'll be able to take it out for a little test ride. So that's going to throw a spanner in the works, but I mean, there's nothing stopping me now getting all the fairings back on, everything done, just the front end. So yeah, I suppose let's crack on and get the rest of this bike finished. Gonna go around the other side now and do that side. So I need to have a really good tidy up now, but it actually looks like a bike again. Just trod on my keys. Oh, wait, I have something for this. I brought a new one. And I got a nice little present for the front here. Let's open this up and find out what it is. Ta-da! A brand new, second-hand, slightly used front screen. And it's gonna go something like that. It should line up quite nicely with the bottom. Oh, look at that. That does look pretty cool actually, to be fair. So there it is, the Tiger Sport all back together again, looking really good. It runs, it hasn't leaked, so I'm really happy with that. Oh, I've let myself down by not changing the seals and, you know, doing the forks properly, but I honestly thought they'll hold up enough just so I can get this out on the road, experience it, and then the following video would be upgrading them. But, I mean, technically the following video is going to be that now, but yeah, I'm going to have to wait 2 or 3 more weeks before I can get this back out on the road. This thing needs a really good detail, because look at this. The masking tape marks are still absolutely everywhere on this bike. So once I give this bike a really good detail, I think it's going to come out a lot better than kind of what it looks. I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's the only thing with buying bikes out of the auction, you haven't a clue what you're going to get. So you definitely want to subscribe, because next week I'm going to wash down my other auction bike I've got, and my God, it looks like it's been washed down with a brick. It is just terrible. I don't know if it runs. I've done nothing with it. Picked up from the auctions, threw it straight in my conservatory, and it's been in there. So my missus will be so happy for me to get that out. So there we go, guys. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Drop us a comment. Let me know what you thought about the build. And also, if you haven't or you're new here, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. And that's going to bring you back for the next bike build. And when we finally get this out on the road for the test ride. So yeah, guys, thank you as ever for watching. Peace out.